Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing MMA news reaction to which got announced yesterday. Brandon Moreno versus Kai France 2 for the interim UFC flyweight title for UFC 277. And also I'll get a reaction to Pena versus Amanda Nunes 2, the rematch, also for this card. And yeah, and the card in general is really stacked. I'll get through that later in the video, but let's start first. I think it's more interesting, in my opinion, Brandon Moreno versus Kai France 2, the rematch. I'll go to MMA Island because it has more of more of a opening, but Kai France versus Brandon Moreno being finalized for UFC 277, aka it's probably already official. On here, it's official anyways. Moreno, France, very good matchup. No Davidson Figueiredo, I guess. Figueiredo, I guess, is injured. This is kind of smart, not gonna lie, because we've heard like Kai France, he's earned the title shot. I thought anyways. Brandon Moreno, he's kind of earned a title shot, even though he wasn't a defending champion. It was a quadrilogy with Moreno. It was a draw. He beat Figueiredo once. Figueiredo beat him once, and it was a draw. So he kind of deserved it. So they made this for an interim title, and this is really smart from the UFC. Really, really smart. Great fight. I think it's a really good fight. France, he beat Askarov in his last fight, and before that beat Garbrandt and Bontarin. And Moreno, of course, the fights with Figueiredo. So this is really smart. I am going to be slightly leaning Moreno here. I think the first fight, they both have massively improved since then, but the first fight, France actually lost a close decision to Moreno here. And yeah, he lost a close decision to Brandon Moreno there. He won the first round. Second round was close, but the third round Moreno started to do better. Way long ago, though. It was way back then, so you can't really justify. But I think I'm going to go for Brandon Moreno here. I think Moreno, France does good. He's really good at counter-grappling. We saw he don't look good against Askarov, but that's a good win. Cody Garbrandt, though, at this point. Rogerio Bontarin is a good win. And he does good against grapplers, but I think someone that's rangy. Like, in the first fight, he had trouble, you know? Like, someone that's really rangy. Someone that can give him a fight. I think can beat him. You know, we've seen Halle and Paiva back then can beat him. I know France has massively improved since then, but arguably could have lost the fight, I thought anyways. Paiva can win it, and we've seen Paiva kind of mediocre. And if you say he's good, say O'Malley's really good as well then. But yeah, I think Moreno can win this one. And I think Moreno, we've seen, like, Bontarin and Garbrandt don't really have the best of chins. I'll say that. Don't really have the best of chins. Moreno has a heck of a chin. He has a hell of a chin. Moreno has a heck of a chin. I know he got dropped a couple of times to Davidson Figueiredo in the trilogy, so maybe then. But I think Figueiredo, punch for punch, pound for pound, punches harder than Kai France. And Moreno, if he didn't get dropped in those rounds, wins against Figueiredo. He was outstriking him, looking good. I think Moreno can win this one. And a close decision, I'd say. 29-28. No. It's a 5-rounder. I forgot about that. A close decision. 48-47. Maybe France wins the first 2 rounds this time. Maybe Moreno lets him a little bit more, though. I think he'll be, because he knows 5 rounds is there. So I think Moreno will be easy in the early rounds. But I think in the later rounds, Moreno will look good. I think first round, France will easily win the first round. No doubt about it. Second round will be slightly close, but France will clearly win it again with the strikes. Third round, I think Moreno will start doing better. Maybe drop France off balance one of the rounds. Fourth round, Moreno's going to look good. Fifth round, I think Moreno wins it all. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's a great fight, though. great fight. Brandon Royval actually called this after his win over Matt Schnell. It's good for Royval. So I think this sets up Royval versus Pantoja. I think Pantoja actually put a comment somewhere, which is really funny. I think Pantoja actually put on here. I beat both in 10 days. Do I play basketball now? Sucks for Pantoja, but yeah, fight one more guy. Fight the winner of Askarov versus Perez, or something like that. Or fight Royval in general. I know you beat him last fight, but like, just do it. I don't know. But yeah, I think Moreno can win it. And plus, Moreno, he's not going to take down Kara-France unless there's something trouble on the feet. If he gets cracked really badly, he's about to get finished. He may have to shoot a takedown. Maybe that's where it's kind of the end. But I think Moreno has a tough chin. He's Mexican. I think he's gonna get the job done. Overcard Kara-France. Who do I want to win? Probably Moreno, because that quadrilogy is there with Figueiredo, and we all want to see it. So probably Moreno. I wouldn't mind if Kara-France wins, honestly, too, but I more so prefer Moreno to win. And yeah, I guess Figueiredo's injured. But yeah, moving on to another fight, the main event on this card. Juliana Pena versus Amanda Nunes 2, the rematch, is going to be taking place. I think this is a big rematch. Juliana Pena, the first time, of course, beat Amanda Nunes. She beat Amanda Nunes. She beat her quite easily, I'd say. Nunes, she landed some shots, but of course she gassed out. Was getting, I wouldn't say destroyed, but beat up on the feet. And eventually got taken down against the cage. And tapped out to a rear naked choke. I think this is a big matchup. Of course, they're doing the Ultimate Fighter, doing some episodes. I'm not watching the episodes because they should not be the Ultimate Fighter. Why them? We could have had Covington Masvidal at the time. Not now, of course, but like then. Actually could have had that, but of course this is here. What are they gonna have? Nami Yunus Esparza next in a trilogy? Like, I hate this, man. But of course, we're not talking about tough episodes. I'll see who won after it's over. Like, I'll see like who won the matches in that and who's gonna get signed. But great here, great rematch. I will be looking forward to this. I don't know if it's a main event. If I'm being quite honest with you, this is taking place in Madison Square Garden, which is saying right now, New York City. That's a huge event, Madison Square Garden. So I wouldn't have this as the main event. I mean, quite honest, like I know it's a big fight, but like I'd more so prefer Moreno Kara-France. Even then, that's not really big. So maybe they can add one more fight above. Maybe this is the co-main event, and then one more fight. Maybe Jones Miocic, if Miocic can come back earlier. But yeah, great rematch. I am gonna be picking Pena this time around. I just can't trust Nunes. After that last one, I just can't trust her. I cannot trust her to just look good. I think she's gonna. I think Nunes will look better around. I think she'll look a bit better here. I still think she's gonna lose though. I think Pena is gonna be more so confident. More so. I think she'll be way more confident coming around this time. I think before she was like I know she probably was like, I can do this, I can beat this girl. But I think now she's like, I did it. Now it's time to just do it again, but better, I guess. And even if Pena loses, there is going to be a trilogy, so it's more pressure on Nunes. This time around, I am gonna go with I am gonna pick Pena this time. I think she's gonna use more of a heavy grappling game plan this time, than rather just beat her up on the feet and then take her down. I think she'll have a heavy grappling game plan this time around. Nunes, I don't think will be confident now, and I think that aura of invincibility, I think that's kind of shattered and gone now. I think she's gonna be emotional now that she's lost, and I think she'll come out, land some big shots early, maybe maybe win some rounds here and there. I think I'm gonna go for maybe a decision this time around for Pena. Maybe though I might go finish again though. I don't know yet, but I'm gonna definitely pick Pena. I think Nunes will look a lot better. I still think she's gonna lose and gas out. I think I'm gonna go Pena here. We'll see though. We'll see what happens. I am gonna pick her to win that fight. But yeah, great. I don't know if this. I just don't know if this is a main event. New York City. That's huge. I'll name New York City cards like McGregor Alvarez, super fight on the line. I was in Madison Square Garden. That's a great main event. Masvidal Diaz. That was a BMF belt. That's huge as well. That's a huge fight. Usman Covington last year to the rematch. That was huge. Nunes Pena too. Not really the biggest no one. I don't think anyone knew Juliana Pena before she beat Amanda Nunes. If I'm being quite honest, but I don't know if I don't know if I agree with this though. And the whole card's actually very good. So why would you want to ruin it with the main event position? That's dumb. I don't understand that. I know interim belt that's flyweight. Usually the heavier weight classes go above the let's just say if there's light heavyweight and heavyweight, always the heavyweight goes first. But yeah, I'd rather Moreno France's main event if I'm being quite honest, and the winner can fight Figueiredo. But the card overall is really good. You have Derek Lewis, Sergey Pavlovich. Oh yeah, the winner of this fights Figueiredo. I don't know what I said there. Winner fights Figueiredo. You have Derek Lewis, Sergey Pavlovich. Good matchup in the heavyweight division. Lewis back in New York. Sergey Pavlovich can build his name even more. Magomed Ankalaev versus Anthony Smith. Paulo Costa versus Luke Rockhold. Hey, you got yourself a main card here. Maybe. Because none of these fights can go on the prelims. None of these fights can. Costa Rockhold's too big. It has to be on the main card. Same with Lewis. Lewis has to be on the main card. Maybe Ankalaev Smith can maybe headline the prelims. Because Ankalaev, although he's a top contender, he's kind of boring. And if he wins against Smith, it's probably going to be boring. Unless he KOs Smith. If Smith, he's also kind of not the most entertaining. So maybe you can put that headline in the prelims. You've got to put Lewis Pavlovich on the main card. They're heavyweight. Same with Costa Rockhold. Huge fight. And Ji Young Kim, Maria Agapova can be on the early prelims. No one really cares about that. And same with Ramiz Brahimaj, Michael Morales. Good matchup there. I actually didn't know that was made. Ramiz Brahimaj, Michael Morales. Michael Morales there, probably by KO, but yeah. This is my news. Yeah. I just wanted to react to this, to the news. Yeah, tell me what you think. But yeah, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. This is MMA news reaction to these fights, these title fights. The only problem I have is this being a main event. I don't agree with it. I prefer Moreno France as the main event. But I don't know. If they won't change those positions, at least add another title fight. That's big, like a Jones Miocic. At least add that. Come on, I don't want this at the main event. It just would kill the hype. Oh, we're done with Moreno Caravans. Oh, we're back to Nunes Pena, the main event. No. We'll see though. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. MMA news reaction. And yeah. Peace out, guys. Woo! Peace out.